Michael, stop! What are you doing?
Michael,
What?
what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Your shovel is it's a very clean shovel, by the way.
Well, yeah, it's brand new. I bought it specifically for this joke. Yeah, so I was burying the movie Hocus Pocus because it finally needs to be put to rest.
It had its time in the moon, but now you can expense that shovel.
Exactly, because I used it for the joke. Zach, you're trying to ruin my plan, and now you've exposed me.
You were the Hocus Pocus of this group, Zach.
I was, and I apologize.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Alaka, goodbye, or whatever. I don't care. Lots of laughing.
All right. 1993. Here we are.
My year.
The year Zachary Keast was born.
Yep. Hi.
And also a dog appears. And considered one of the better years for movies.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't say it's like the best like 1999 is, but it's got a lot of good bangers, as they would say. But looking through the list, oh my God, what is going on here?
She's getting on to Zach for not putting Homeward Bound on there.
Yep, which I'm sorry, lady. I didn't do that for you. I apologize.
I know every year has like good and bad movies, but I feel like the 90s were just a time that it's like split down the middle. It's ridiculous.
There's no average movies in the 90s. It's either you're
really
good or you're bad. We have The Fugitive, which is a reboot before reboots were cool.
It's a solid action movie with.
Now wait, hang on. We're talking about the Quibi show, right?
Yeah, with Kiefer Sutherland.
That's what I put on the. That's what I thought.
Boo! Get away from me! No Quibi love around here.
Tommy Lee Jones won an Oscar as his character. I don't remember the name of, but he's the U.S. Marshal who's chasing him.
And he looked at every outhouse, doghouse, henhouse,
penthouse.
Did he look in a penthouse? What?
Look, we're not getting rated R here, Zach.
What?
And speaking of peak 90s, we got number 9. We've got Demolition Man. Oh my God, what a movie. Just so terrible and great at the same time.
It's so bad and so great. And you want Taco Bell after it.
Of all the movies, I haven't seen this one. This is the one I haven't.
You'll love it.
Can I kick you from the... How do I kick you from the Zoom? There are so many like cultural things that we use in this day and age that are birthed from Demolition Man. Like F&A came from Demolition Man.
I had no idea.
3 seashells, we use them today. We constantly are you in the bathroom using 3 seashells, correct? Am I right in that?
I think so, yeah.
We got number 8, Philadelphia. Me and JD talked about this before in the Best of Denzel Washington movies. But it's just like a supremely acted, wonderful movie. Tom Hanks kills it. Denzel kills it. Sporting cast kills it.
Bruce Springsteen kills it. You can't forget about Bruce.
You can't.
Can't.
And it started Tom Hanks winning lots of Oscars.
We got True Romance.
The year after Reservoir Dogs, he wrote this movie. It's the movie that he wrote. He didn't direct that at least one of them that he really enjoys. It's just cool. It's
very cool.
You got people named like Alabama and Clarence, and people who like Elvis. You got Gary Oldman being weird. We went from sexy Gary Oldman to this Gary Oldman. It's a cool like noir, crimey. It's just cool, and I feel like it's a movie that not enough people talk about. I'm sure a lot of people talk about it, but come on. And Christian Slater.
We got number 6. We got Tombstone. Probably my favorite Western of all time.
Put a mustache on.
Maybe it's probably for me, it's like right below Young Guns. It's a whole nother conversation. But, I mean, another stacked cast. Val Kilmer. I mean, that alone. He alone is enough.
You got Kurt Russell basically ghost directing the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he ghost directed it. You got Fat Billy Bob Thornton getting slapped in the face.
I always forget he's in this movie. And now everyone needs to do their Val Kilmer Huckleberry impression.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Ooh, that was good. That was good.
Number 5, Dazed and Confused. It's Matthew McConaughey, the movie, basically.
Yep.
I mean, it's barely Matthew.
I know, but that's all people
That's
remember.
what everyone talks about.
That's ridiculous because they should remember. They should remember Slater. Like he's the.
Yeah.
Rory Cochrane, come on.
But the conversations in the car, peak Richard Linklater.
And Arkansas native Joey Lauren Adams. Who the only besides the Matthew McConaughey stuff, I'm very confused with Pinks's relationship with this girl. That's the most confusing part of the movie for me. But I loved it. It's so simple and it's the best. I love this movie.
I think it perfectly encapsulates what the 70s is or was for people that didn't grow up in the 70s.
Yeah.
We have Schindler's List.
This is a whiplash of a list.
I have literally only seen this movie once, and I'm never watching it again.
I've seen it twice, mainly just kind of like, I remember really liking it. Is it like, did it hold up? Oh man, it does. I actually watched it again for the second time like 2 weeks ago. It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very good. Hard to watch, but I think everyone needs to watch this movie at least once.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is, like Michael said, it's one you're probably just going to watch once. But, you know, like it's cool also. Like, I mean, this really changed Spielberg's, like, life doing this, and that's really neat.
Yeah.
And, I mean, and he did it in a time where he was also doing another giant thing that we'll talk about in a little bit, but that's insane to me. Like, how do you do that?
I don't know.
We're now living in the era where people are going to start forgetting about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, I was born in 85, which was 40 years after the Holocaust. But I'm acutely aware of like, and so are you guys, is like we grew up with that still fresh in our mind, like World War II and Schindler's List and other World War II movies where you're just like, you know, the horrors. And so I'm just glad movies like this exist, so hopefully people won't ever forget. Talking about Whiplash, I mean, come on. Groundhog Day.
Just funny. And Bill Murray, this was whenever everyone realized, hey, Bill Murray can do stuff that isn't like National Lampoon, where he can hold a drama almost.
It's a horror film to me. I mean, I would hate to be in Pennsylvania that long. Sounds awful.
And also having to interact with so many miserable characters.
Oh,
man.
But also, Michael Shannon talking about WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you brought up Michael Shannon. No one talks about Michael Shannon in this movie, and it is so sad. Oh, he is fantastic.
Yeah. I love it. Number 2, which was actually one of my favorite movies of all time. And I'm wearing a shirt in reference to it. Hopefully you've picked up on it. It's kind of hard to read it because it's pink, but Army of Darkness, the 3rd/2nd Evil Dead movie. As a kid, when I watched it that year later on VHS, and my God, did I ever fall in love with Sam Raimi movies. Because this is the first one I actually watched. I watched Army of Darkness first. And then my dad was like, oh, yeah, you should check out the other 2. And it blew my mind. Bruce Campbell as Ash is just like one of my favorite iconic characters. But also, it's a great story of like, looking back at it now as an adult. It's like, so he's a misogynist, Ash is, and he always eats crow for being a misogynist and an idiot. And that's what's great about Sam Raimi movies is anytime someone's an idiot, they pay for it.
It's like a Looney Tunes. It's like live action Looney Tunes. That's what Sam Raimi does. He just like takes everything over the top with zany stuff. I love it.
Great. And it's got iconic evil Ash. It's got the tiny Ashes. I could talk about this all day. You all know where it is. We all know. It's got dinosaurs. It's got dino DNA.
Dino DNA.
Dino DNA. It's currently on Netflix along with The Lost World, and I've watched both of them. But it's also got sexy Jeff Goldblum, the sexiest version of Jeff Goldblum, more than in The Fly when he comes out naked.
Agreed. It's got Sam Jackson.
It does. And Wayne Knight.
We're talking about just beautiful people in a beautiful movie. It's called Jurassic Park.
Oh, man.
And it holds up to this day.
Oh, man, it does.
The graphics are finally, like, slowly you're finally noticing like, oh, those aren't real. But when you're a kid, even up to like before HD TV came out, you're like, these are real. They used real dinosaurs for this movie.
You can't tell me that the scene when the T-Rex is trying to get through the Jeep in the rain, that looks so beautiful, like still, and it's 26 years old.
It's a great like adventure movie. It's a great adaptation. It's just all around the best movie probably ever made, almost.
Almost. It could be like if it showed up in people's top 10, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, especially if it's number one in someone's.
Do you though find it ridiculous that velociraptors could open doors?
No, not really, because at the time the theory was velociraptors were highly intelligent. I mean, that's still the general theory. So, and it's a movie. So you take that.
Yes.
And also,
I think the doors were easier. I mean, it wasn't like a.
No.
It wasn't like a
regular handle, if I remember right.
Handle.
Yeah.
And you cannot tell me that you have not gone up to a child and pretended to just like pretend to have a velociraptor claw and just
just gut them.
Fun fact: my mom was pregnant with me when she saw Jurassic Park.
Dino DNA, am I right?
Dino DNA.
Dino DNA.
Out comes a baby dinosaur.
Well, that's our list. Top of 1993. I'm actually gonna go back to continue burying Hocus Pocus. So if you guys got any other movies you need, it's still open.
Oh, there's enough room for Mighty Ducks in there?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm on the second floor of my house, so this is just dropping to my first floor.
Man, I didn't put We're Back on my list. Dang it. Son-in-law. No, don't throw Son-in-law in there.
Hey.
Can we do a Pauly Shore video?
We must preserve all that is holy about Pauly Shore. You do not come out after us. Don't come after the weasel.
I would never.
It's actually not that bad of a movie. It's just not good.
It's not good. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I just remember lots of laughing.
All right.